This motion mirrors a recent motion put forward by my Senate colleague Sterling Griff, demonstrating once again that Centre Alliance have been long-time defenders of the ABC. It is a source of frustration that we have to continue defending our national broadcaster as successive coalition governments have slashed the budget. 2 years ago, I became Australia's first politician to receive the Defender's Badge from the Friends of ABC National. I wear it with pride today because I want to remind the House just how much Australia values the ABC, particularly in times of crisis. And I acknowledge in the gallery we have ABC Friends of the ACT in the chamber here today, with Chair Peter Lindenmayer, and a very passionate group, and a group that needs to be here because they are supporting the ABC against cuts. They know the value of the ABC. My community experienced crisis in the fire season with deadly bushfires in the Adelaide Hills and Kangaroo Island. During these events, all warnings were heeded. We lost power. Telecommunications, our networks failed. Key infrastructure was burnt for critical periods of time. We had no internet, no mobile coverage, no landlines, but we did have the ABC on battery-operated radios and on car radios, and it was the trusted voice of the ABC delivering emergency broadcasts and sharing important local information that assisted my community greatly. In the weeks following Boxing Day, as bushfires raged across our nation, the ABC handled more than 100 emergency broadcasts in a single week, taking the financial year tally to 673 broadcasts as of the 4th of January this year. As of last Friday, I'm advised that that figure is now 933 emergency broadcasts, and this compares to 375 in the previous financial year and 256 the year before. In South Australia, the ABC covered all fire events across the state, including the major blazes on Kangaroo Island, the Adelaide Hills and in the southeast. During these major incidents, the local ABC provided 14 hours of rolling emergency coverage across the fire season. The ABC has provided continual information on bushfire activity. Now, during Christmas holidays, it's normally when organisations operate on skeleton staff, and the ABC is no exception, particularly given their budget constraints. However, at the height of the bushfires in my electorate, ABC radio presenters, producers, journalists, managers and technicians returned from leave to provide special emergency broadcasts. Other ABC staff were on leave. Some reported while they were on holidays from fire-affected regions. Many staff worked through the night to ensure communities continue to receive up-to-date information. In times of crisis, the ABC is a trusted friend and we shouldn't shortchange our friends. The ABC should not be put in a position of having to economise on its emergency broadcasting due to government funding cuts. It should not be put in a position of having to economise to restore fire-damaged radio and television network infrastructure in New South Wales and Victoria. The ABC should not be put in a position of having to economise core programming because it's trying to juggle savage funding cuts. The federal government slashed $338 million from the ABC budget since 2014, including approximately $84 million in paused indexation from the 2018 budget. Now, I'd just like to bring back to everyone's attention, I remember Tony Abbott, the then Leader of the Opposition, saying there would be no cuts to the ABC. He said that in September 2013. Well, that has proven not to be true. These future potential redundancies, on top of 1,000 jobs shed in 2014, we're now looking at another 200 redundancies. This is plainly unacceptable. A strong and independent Australian broadcaster is important to our nation's culture and the quality of our democracy. As demonstrated in the bushfire crisis, having a well-resourced ABC is also essential for the safety of our community. The ABC broadcasts from 46 regional and peri-urban areas, and we support their vision to expand regional services. At the very least, I call on the government to reverse the $84 million paused indexation funding as a matter of urgency. The ongoing funding cuts to our national treasure, our national broadcaster, are savage, they are unnecessary and they are hurting regional Australia. And I can tell you, Madam Deputy Speaker, I do not know what my community would have done if it wasn't for the ABC over the Christmas period when we experienced the worst bushfires that we have in living memory. Thank you.